How you doing, Wes? I'm Dr. Halsell. Nice to meet you. Very nice to meet you. Crystal, it's good to see you again.
Good to see you.
All right, I'm glad you brought your brother. And I was able to review your file. I looked at your x-rays and the overall exam that we did, and we're definitely going to be able to help you out.
Okay, great.
All right, so before I tell you about how we're going to do that, I'd like to explain to Wes a little bit about what I told you the other day and how we're going to help you out and what we do as chiropractors. So, Wes, we as chiropractors, we work with the spine. Here's a nice spine right here. And the spine right here has two major functions. It's in charge of keeping us upright. We call that our posture. And the more important job that it has is it encases and protects the spinal cord, which runs in the bones right here, all right? And that spinal cord is essential to our overall health, okay? Let me show you why. If you look at this chart right here, Wes, we have our brain right on here, and then we have our spinal cord that runs down in our spine, and that's on both of these charts right here. That's called our nervous system. And our nervous system controls all the functions of our body. It does that by sending energy from the brain down the spinal cord, out of these nerves, to all of our organs. So for our heart to beat and for our lungs to allow us to breathe, we have those organs are totally dependent on the energy that comes from the brain. Okay. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So what happens sometimes suddenly or over time, like Crystal was injured in the car wreck, that was a big sudden impact to her spine. And what happens is the bones that protect that spinal cord, they get shifted out of place. And we call that we call that a subluxation. So what happens is to the energy going out to all the organs is it gets reduced. It's kind of like having a dimmer switch on the wall and turning the lights down so the light's not as bright. So that's what's happening to the organs in her neck. That can also happen in other areas of the spine, but it just happened to her neck when she was injured in the car wreck. Now, we found on her x-rays that she actually has a decrease in her curve. Here at the clinic, we specialize in corrective care called CBP, Crystal, and I've told you a little bit about it, but just to tell Wes, and with the standard of care and our standard posture is supposed to have a nice 40-degree curve in her neck. Crystal only has a 2-degree curve in her neck, so it's pretty much straight.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, it's very serious, and what we like I said, we can definitely help you out. Along with your straight neck, Crystal, you had some pain when we palpated you, and you had a decreased range of motion. So along with those findings, I'm very confident that we're going to be able to help you because we've helped a lot of people with similar situations.
Okay.
And also, according to our paper we have here, this is a research article that is published in Spine magazine. It goes into detail about helping patients with neck pain and headaches that you've been experiencing.
Okay.
So it goes into detail about if you have a neck curve that's less than 10 degrees, if you can get it above that and ideally above 20 degrees, there's been a major reduction in symptoms.
Okay.
So along with what the research says, we're going to treat you for the first 12 weeks, first 12 visits, seeing you 3 times a week for 4 weeks.
Okay.
And during those visits, you're going to come in, you're going to do some exercises to warm up for your adjustment, which you'll receive, and then we'll put you on traction.
Okay.
So the first 4 weeks is going to focus on reducing your pain, and then the last 8 weeks is going to focus on getting that curve back in your neck.
Okay.
And you should get about a 10-degree curve, 10 to 15-degree curve on top of the 2 degrees you have, which is going to put us really close to that 20-degree mark.
Okay.
And you can see here on the back of this page right here, we have all that written down along with the payments. So it's going to be $50 per visit, $40 for the adjustment, and $5 for the traction, and $5 for the exercises.
Okay.
We really recommend that you do the Platinum plan. It's what most of our patients do. Okay. With the Platinum plan, you pay for all of your care plan up front, and you get 15% off that $1,800 charge.
Okay. So
it's very beneficial for you and for us. Makes you committed to your care and saves you a lot of money.
Okay.
If you can't afford that, we have a monthly plan in which you pay every month for your 4 months of care.
Okay.
But again, we recommend that first plan is the best. you have any more questions about?
Yeah, that sounds good. I think that's the plan.
Any questions, Flash?
No, we're good.
All right. Well, let's get started.
All right, sounds great.
All right.